Hey Brickmaniacs, welcome back to another Friday SitRep. As of this morning, we have hit the road for the official Brickmania road tour, so we are off to Nebraska Brick Days, which is the Macon Island's first stop on its way to traveling around the country over these next couple of years. So very, very excited to hit the road, but obviously we still got stuff going on Brickmania.com. The team has still been hard at work leading up to this road trip, so without further ado, let's jump into the design room and take a look at what Brickmania was up to this week. All right, so round two of Medieval Bricks pre-orders has arrived. So of course we're checking in with Dan to take a look at what is next, and that is the Castro. So these are the barracks for the continually evolving Brickmania Roman fort. As you can see, we already got some printing going on in here. A lot of details. Dan, why don't you walk us through what we're looking at?
There is some printing that you mentioned that there's this. That's just the tip of the iceberg.
Yes.
This is something like 140 printed elements.
Because you got all those floor tiles.
Every floor tile. Yeah, we're doing printed floorboards. So Slam did an awesome job with these wall mosaics. There's two of them in here. But the floor is going to be something else. We're actually going to have planking on the floor, the shutters on the outside. So you're looking at the Centurion's quarters. Centurion being the officer of 80 men, he gets the fantastic deluxe quarters. This whole thing put together is the Centurion's quarters. Wow. Of course, you will get the Centurion. We don't have an actual Centurion.
Prototype ninja.
Yeah. So this is a that's a Centurion's helmet. And the plume on the top of his head. So that the only way you're going to get the Centurion, which is going to be one of the most awesome figures we've ever made,
yes,
is going to be with this. So you're going to want to get this. This is your starter set for the barracks. You get your Centurion. You get his quarters, lavishly decorated by the Brickmania design team. My contribution was basically designing the outer shell, and the rest of the team stepped up and did the interior.
Wow.
There'll be shutters, printed floorboards, the mosaics on the wall, etc. With this. And just so people know, there will be a tile pack separately that you'll be able to buy those same wood grain tiles to either expand your Roman fort, your barracks, your Castro, or use for anything else. There'll be a nice selection of tiles in that. So that's
incredibly versatile. Yeah, right. Absolutely.
So we'll put this together. This is your Centurion's quarters, the officers' quarters.
And you said 80 men, right? Would be what he would be in charge of.
Right. So that would be a century. 80 men plus the Centurion make a century. And in the field, they would always camp in groups of 8. Their tents hold 8. They always set up their camp at whenever they're on the march, same way every time, same order, and it's no different inside the fort. They set it up in the exact same way. So if you're in the tent number 1, you'll be in room number 1, which this is one of the barracks rooms. Okay. So this comes with the kit. This is one of 10 that you would need to make up a full barracks. So we're going to give you the plans, how to do it. You get you'll get all the printed parts, and if you want to buy more, obviously we'll make the printed parts available. The bricks themselves you have to get from Lego or Bricklink. So
got it.
So, most of these are common bricks. We didn't throw in a bunch of really hard to find bricks. It's mostly just common bricks, which is also why we didn't want to make you buy the whole entire thing.
Right.
You're going to pay our markup, pay our labor to put it all together for you. That being said, we are considering doing maybe a one time pre-order if you wanted us to buy actual add-on packs for this. So if you don't have the time and don't want to have to track these down, we can do that for you. But we'll get to that later. We'll see if there's actually interest in that. So barracks, 8 men. You actually get bunk beds for them.
Perfect.
This is a preview. The bunk beds are actually missing a couple pieces on them.
Okay.
So a lot of it has to do with we're still getting beyond the prototype stage. Printed floor, everything. This is going to be super nice. Has that hearth in there, or the unit. So each unit would get an allotment. Each group of 8 guys would get an allotment of bread every day. They'd have to either go pick it up at the baker. I think you need your own bread dough. Bring it down to the baker. The baker would bake it for you, and you bring it back, and that would be your daily meal plus whatever else you got. Typically, if you're in a fort, that was your ration, and if you wanted something else, you'd have to go forage or go out into a tavern, which always sprung up on the outside of the forts. There's a whole settlement of whole economy was built around these forts. This is like a bit of Rome actually transported into the territory, and everybody wanted to be there because that's like the center of the universe.
Showing off the empire, exactly.
So I'm just going to put this together. So this is what it would look like. I started making the whole barracks. Sorry about that.
So this is a good example of exactly what the kit includes, and then segues into if you were to use your own instructions that are included to be able to build this whole thing. This is what the entire 80-man Centurion-led barracks would look like.
Yeah, look at that. Look how big that is. So I am going to, when I have time, I'm not working on an aircraft carrier. I'll be building the rest of this barracks. In fact, I would like to make a second one so we'd have it two facing. A full cohort would be 6 centuries. So it's 480 men plus 6 officers. And these are all, this is typically 6 cohorts make up a legion, or it could be as many as 12 cohorts make up a legion.
Wow.
Actually, no, I take that back. 2 cohorts of 480 men would make up, 2 to 4 would make up a legion.
Okay, got it.
So up to 2,000 men.
Well, definitely plenty of building for people even beyond when they originally get the kit. So there you have it. That is what's included in the actual pre-order here, available right now
This part here, yep.
on Brickmania.com. This was the Porta. These are now sold out. This was the previous pre-order. So if you didn't get in on that, make sure that you're jumping on this stuff quick, because it is incredibly limited batches. Right. And like Dan was saying, the minifigures included are going to be exclusive to the kit. So while there will be standalones, if you want to grab those kit exclusives, you got to pick up the kits.
You won't get a Centurion. Speaking of the Porta, though, we will try to keep that one in production. So if you missed out on the first batch, try to do a second. It's such a big set, though. I wouldn't count on there being another batch like for months.
Yes.
But we will try to make more down the road. This isn't like a one and done theme. This is something we'd like to, if there's interest, keep it going.
Indeed. So just let us know what you want to see, and obviously go jump on those pre-orders. And then just a little sneak peek of what's to come, these absolutely massive builds that will wrap up the Medieval Bricks pre-orders.
The Principia headquarters and the Praetorium. This is the commander's villa. And this is like something else. This is like a luxury condo out in the territories. So
Unbelievable.
Wait till you see what's inside of this thing.
Yes, we're excited to check in. You can go ahead and check out our previous SitReps if you want a little preview of that. Otherwise, Dan, thanks for checking in. All right, we're checking in once again with Tasha. And Tasha, these aren't from the same era whatsoever. What do you got going on here? You got like a field gun next to a fully loaded Humvee. No, this is the M1932, which is a Russian field gun, and then we have the newest enhanced weapons carrier Humvee kit. Tasha, tell me a little bit about what we're looking at here.
Yeah. Let's start with I guess we'll start with this. Yeah.
Okay.
So we just got another simple field gun here. Yeah, just clips in. It's got wheels. You can attach it to your truck. Bring it around with you.
Yeah, a little mock building essential, and then next to it.
Yeah, this is the cool guy. This is very detailed. Uses a lot of plates just to get that accuracy of what the Humvee looks like. That kind of like short, boxy guy. And then we got the classic Humvee hood here that just clips right on in. Really enjoyed building that, and that was fun. And then we got the armored turret.
Look at that thing.
Spins around.
Nuts.
You can put your guy right in there. He's good to go. And I tested it out, and I could fit 4 guys in here, and then a guy here, and then if you really want to,
you got room in the trunk.
Pop open the trunk, pop a few guys in there. You're good to go. You got a whole crew.
So you can definitely load this bad boy up with minifigs. And not only that, but to make things even cooler, this is actually just a straight up new release, not a pre-order, so it is available right now on Brickmania.com. And a good addition, because I think one of the reasons we put this into production is actually because Dan's going to have like 15 of them on the Macon Island.
Yeah.
So that'll be pretty dang cool. A chance to pick up a kit that's going to be used for that purpose. There you have it. Both of them available right now on Brickmania.com. Tasha, thanks for checking in.
Thanks.
All right, so we're checking in once again with Lando because we've got the latest minifigure from Team Brickmania here. This has been a long-awaited release, a standalone World War II bomber pilot. Tell me a little bit more about what we're looking at here, Lando.
Right on. Yeah, this is our latest bomber pilot here by Team Brickmania. I actually had our graphic designer Drew jump in and compose this guy using a combination of some existing assets as well as some new elements that he's come up with here. So as far as the uniform goes, that is the B3 bomber jacket underneath all of that. So it's a nice like leather jacket of the era with the fur collar to kind of keep things really warm.
Yeah, sure.
And, when they're at those higher altitudes, it gets pretty cold. So also there's some leather pants as well that are like leather. It's a whole suit that's designed for this a little bit chillier airborne stuff. And then
it's
Army
a real classic look to it.
Oh, absolutely, especially with that crusher cap with those headphones. I'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
And then so on the feet, he's got these boots that had that Army Air Forces insignia on the side. and kind of got that nice classic look. They're just really big, chunky, warm boots. This whole suit, it just looks like this would keep you nice and toasty through the worst conditions, right? There is a life glare there. Oh, sorry about that. There is a life preserver underneath of that, and that's like an inflatable life preserver underneath of that. And then, oh God, man, this is falling over. Sorry about that. Then over top of everything, we have a pilot harness or a parachute harness with the back, just sort of a backer. I don't know how well you can track that. Maybe I'll just grab this.
Yeah, it's all good.
And rounding it up the top, we have that nice 3D printed crusher cap with the headphones, just to kind of complete that look. It's really just a classic looking pilot from U.S. World War II. So I hope you guys enjoy it.
Definitely a lot of applications, and like I said, a minifigure that people have been waiting for the release for a long time. Don't worry, I know it went incredibly fast this morning, but that means that we will have more to check in with or to bring back in the future. Landon, thanks for checking in.
Thank you.
Okay, so for the meantime, while we're on these trips here, we are going to be taking a look at the Monday previews as well in the same Friday SitRep. So let's dive into those and take a look at what we have on restock pre-order. So coming up first on Monday is Tiger 131. That is going to also include the option to pre-order the Tiger Crew Pack on with this bad boy. There will be standalone Tiger Crew Packs available upon their release, but for the pre-order phase, it's only available with Tiger 131. Make sure you scoop that bad boy up. Haven't seen this tank in stock in a while because it is the one that is officially at the Tank Museum. So this kit was in partnership with them. Very, very cool kit, obviously with that 3D printed muzzle brake on the end, and then the minifigure that's included with this as well. 131 has already been back quite a few times, stocked regularly, so this would be one that I would imagine is probably nearing the end of its life here at Brickmania, so I would snag this up if 131 is on your wish list. Moving on from there, we have the Hind, the M24, designed by Cody Ocell. It's an attack helicopter. This bad boy is super, super sturdy. Features some cool printing, stickers, etc. But really just an intimidating looking helicopter with that weapons loadout. And then that brick built camo looking really, really sharp as well. Another one that we've brought back a couple of times, but that hasn't been available as of recently on brickmania.com. So a good pre-order, one to get back into the lineup for heading into Spec Ops bricks, if you will. So the Hind is back online as well. And then we also have the AH-1G Cobra. So this is the Vietnam variant attack helicopter. I think literally the last time this was back was like January or something like that. So it's been a long time since this has been available on brickmania.com. I know we've had the Kiowa back a couple of times, but I think this has been the first time that this Cobra has actually returned as well. So you can see those iconic printed helmets on the pilots as well. A lot of details on this bad boy, printing just all over the place. Really, really good staple for various Vietnam mocks. So there you have it. That is the rundown of the restock pre-orders. And of course, we're also going to have some restocks available. So let's run down the list here as well. Kind of a minifig Monday, but not quite as intense. First two to lead off is that we have the modern U.S. Tanker V2 coming back on Monday, along with the modern U.S. Marine Raider. That's the original one, not modern Marine Raider 2. There's also the World War II Soviet infantry with the Mosin Nagant pouches and the normal World War II Soviet infantry. We have a couple of the Barbarossa German riflemen left as well. And then there'll be the Mosin Nagant with no scope and some of the balaclava heads back online as well. And then coming up for digital instructions on Wednesday, it'll be the Sturmovik, which is going to be awesome because we are going to have that UBT brick arms exclusively available pretty much for the first time ever standalone since we actually made the kit. So that'll be cool to see on the site. And then they'll have the Opel Blitz available on digital instructions as well. The sticker pack for that will include the canvas cover, kind of like what we did this past week with the Panzer III and the SDKFZ, where those sticker packs are a little bit more intensive, but include everything you need custom Brickmania wise to be able to get those builds up off the ground. So there you have it. That is a look at the Friday SitRep as we are off to Nebraska Brick Days. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you later.